Good morning, class 5th. How are you? I hope you all are fine. So let's start computer, and today we are going to study chapter 5, understanding programming. So in first chapter we studied about what is program. So a set of instructions given to a computer is known as program. A set of instructions given to a computer is known as a program, or we can say a set of instruction on which our computer works, that is a program. A computer is an electronic device which manipulates data according to a list of instructions and convert it into information or result. Now we know that what is program, but what is programming? A set of instructions that tell a computer how to perform a task, that is called programming. A set of instructions that tell a computer how to perform a task, that is programming. So in programming we are going to start our first chapter, that is algorithm. Algorithm is a step-by-step process of how to solve a problem. For example, just like making a recipe, I ask you how do you make Maggie? So what you will say? That first of all you will take a pan, you will put 1 glass of water inside it, you will switch on the gas and put that pan of water over the gas. After 1 minute you will put your Maggie, you take out your Maggie from the packet and put inside the pan, and after 2 minutes when the water will evaporate and Maggie would boil, you will put Maggi masala into it and your Maggi is ready to serve. So this is the step-by-step process of making Maggi. So in the same way, in computer, algorithm is the first step to develop a program. An algorithm is a systematic and logic order for solving any problem. For example, I have created this for you. This is algorithm for adding two numbers. So how do we add two numbers? First of all, we take two numbers. Our first step is take two numbers, 11 and 14. I have taken 11 and 14. Then what I will do? In step 2, I will add both numbers. 11 plus 14 is equals to 25. And what will be my third step? Write down the answer. So my answer is 25. This is the step-by-step process. Any kind of solution we find out, we just have to write it into steps. For example, if I will ask you to subtract two numbers, so you will write it into steps and you have to subtract it like you have subtract normally, but you have to write the steps in that. Very easy to do. Okay, so in your book an example is given to you. Look and learn. You want to add and find the average of four numbers. Now what is the average of four numbers? How will you find that? You have to add all the numbers, and in the end you have to divide it by 1, 2, 3, 4. Four numbers are there, so you have to divide it by 4. So first of all, it has taken four numbers, 2, 4, 6, 8, any four numbers. Take four numbers which are to be added, which you want to add. Then what you have to do? Add the four numbers. Now we have added the four numbers. In step 3, divide the sum by 4. So I told you that for finding the average 4 number, you divide all the four numbers by 4. The sum of all four numbers by 4. So 20 is our answer. We have to divide that 20 to 4. And our answer is 5. Divide the sum by 4. Write down the result. Our result is 5. The question after division is 5. This is our answer. Okay. Now a very interesting example is given in your book. Today is your birthday. Not today is your birthday. You have to assume that today is your birthday. You invite your friends to the birthday celebration. You have to go to market and bring a cake for the celebration. See the steps involved in this activity. See, just suppose that today is your birthday and you want to purchase a cake from the market because you have invited your friends for the party. So how will you purchase the cake? So first one is go to a bakery shop. First of all, you will go to bakery shop for purchasing the cake. Then you have to select a cake. You have to select a cake of your choice. For example, if you like chocolate cake, dark chocolate cake, pineapple cake, so you have to select a cake. Then get the cake properly packed. You have to properly pack the cake. You have to ask the shopkeeper to pack your cake properly so that it will not spoil in the way. Pay the amount. After you get the cake, you have to pay the amount. Return home before the party starts, and your limit is that you have to reach your home before the party starts. To carry out the above task, the sequence of steps cannot be altered. Means we cannot change the steps. We have to write it in a sequence. We cannot write it like this: we pay the amount, we select a cake, we get the cake properly packed, we go to a bakery shop. That will not be a sequence. That is improper. We have to write this in a sequence or in a step by step process so that it will be accurate. Okay, I will give you some homework to prepare algorithm so that it will be easy for you to make algorithm. Okay, now you can also say that an algorithm is a step-by-step procedure of solving a problem. An algorithm is always written before writing a computer program. In computer, whenever you are about to write a program, you have to create its algorithm before writing a program, because there is a chance of getting a lot of mistakes in your program. So that is why we used to write algorithm first, then after that we used to write program. Hence, writing an algorithm is the first step in solving a problem. Algorithm is written in simple languages. An algorithm can be written in two ways. What are the ways? First one, stepwise in simple English, like this. This is in English. You can write your algorithm like this, or you can write your algorithm like this step. But we have another step. If we do not want to write it in simple English, we can use special diagrams. So what do we call that? Let's study. The diagrammatic representation of an algorithm is known as flowchart. Flowchart needs special geometrical boxes to write the steps. So to make the diagram before writing a program, you can use these symbols to make your flowchart. Remember, algorithm means technique, method or procedure. Okay, it is a technique, method or procedure of how to do step by step problem solving procedure. Algorithm is written in simple English. An algorithm is a step by step procedure for solving a given problem. A good algorithm should be simple and easily understandable. Our algorithm topic is over. Now we have to move towards flowchart. Here we study about an algorithm can be written in two ways. So in first way, step by step, we have already learned how to write in step by step. But now it's turn to learn about by using some special diagram. And what do we call that diagram? We call that flow chart. Keep in mind, if we want to write our a step-by-step procedure, we call it algorithm. And if we want to make step-by-step diagram of a problem, we call it flow chart. The pictorial representation of algorithm is known as flow chart. All the steps that are written in algorithm are displayed through a pictorial or diagrammatical representation known as flowchart. Whatever we are writing in algorithm, we just have to do one thing. We have to now create diagram and we have to make it. So today we will also study about how to add two numbers in with the help of flowchart. Once the flowchart is drawn, it becomes easy to write the program in any high-level language. Flowcharts are often helpful in explaining the program to others. Hence, it is correct to say that a flowchart makes it easier to understand the logic of a program. Flowcharts are usually drawn using some standard symbols which are connected to each other with the help of arrows. However, some special symbols can also be developed when required. See, some standard symbols and their descriptions are listed below. Here we can clearly see that we have some symbols. First one is oval. Oval is start or end box. We use oval for start or showing end box, used at the start and at the end of the flowchart. Means whenever we want to start our program or end our program, we will use oval shape. Next one is parallelogram. It is for input or output box. Means if you are inputting two values, for example, if you are inputting two values just like this 11 and 14, so you will use parallelogram, and for their answer also you are going to use parallelogram. Next one is process box. We study in first chapter that in our computer we have input, process and output, IPO cycle. So in the same manner we are going to give input and receive output, and in between them we have to process. We will use rectangle for process box. Next one is decision box. Decision box, whether for example if I say 5 is greater than 2, so if yes, then decision box is there. Rhombus shape will represent decision box, and if my answer is no, then also we have to make rhombus like this. Next one is flow lines. We also called flow lines as directional arrows. Directional arrows tells or indicates the flow in flow chart, just like this. If yes, then our answer will go to downward. If no, our answer will go horizontally like this. Lines given before preparing a flow chart. The flow chart should be clear, neat and easy to follow. Your diagrams, your symbols should be proper. Ensure that every flow chart has a start box and end box. There must be this symbol, oval shape, in the start and end of the flow chart. The usual direction of flow of procedure or system is from left to right or top to bottom. See, from left to right we will use these flow lines, and for top to bottom we are going to use these two flow lines. Only one flow line should come out from a process or input box. Means we have to use only one flow line at one time. We cannot use two lines together, that will be wrong. only one flow line should enter a decision box, but two flow lines, one for each possible answer, should leave the direction box like this. There should be one line from other symbols, but there can be two lines from decision box. So these are the rules. So now we are going to make a flow chart for the same algorithm. See, this is the flow chart for our program. This one. This is the algorithm step-by-step process in English. That first of all we have taken two numbers 11 and 14. Then we add both the numbers and in the end we write down the answer. So in flowchart, first of all we have taken a oval symbol for start and AND symbol, oval symbol for AND also. First one is start box and last one is AND box, and we have made oval symbol. For input and output, according to the guidelines, we have made parallelogram, and for the processing, a rectangle here. This is our process box. So I hope now you will get what is that flow chart. Now let's move to another topic given in your book related to flowchart. A program is given here for an example, going to school. Steps involved for getting ready for school. In the first step, you see that it is written waking up. Next one is taking bath. Third one is dressing up. And fourth one is boarding the bus. 4 steps are given to you. This is algorithm. This is our algorithm. Step 1, waking up, taking bath, dressing up and boarding the bus. Now we have to create a flowchart for it. First of all, we will create oval symbol for start. Second one is wake up. Next one is take a bath. Third one is dress up. And last one is boarding the bus. We have all the 4 steps and we have written down all the 4 steps between start and end box. To mention these 4 steps between the start and end box. First of all, wake up, then take a bath, then dress up, and in the last, board the school bus. You have to mention the 4 steps given here, and at the starting you have to use start symbol and in the end you have to use end symbol. You all have to write this algorithm between start and end symbol. Today I will do a program for you. Program to add and find the average of 5 numbers. So I think we should begin this without wasting our time. I will show you how to add 2 numbers again and the average of numbers, how to find out the average of 5 numbers. Okay, so let's start. Today's class we have done a simple algorithm to add 2 numbers, but today there is a little bit change. We have to add the 5 numbers and we have to find the average also. So let's start with simple algorithm. Here I am going to make algorithm. In yesterday's class we done algorithm to add 2 numbers, and now I am going to do this program for you, which is given into your book on page number 25. First of all, we have to add the numbers and then we have to find the average. So let's do this. In step 1, take 5 numbers. Take 5 numbers which are to be added. Then in step 2, what we have to do? We have to add all the 5 numbers. In step 3, we have to divide them the sum by 5, and in last step we have to write down the result. Okay, this is your algorithm. But if I will take 5 numbers and I will write down the same algorithm, then how it will be? So it will be like this: algorithm to add and find average of 5 numbers. So we will go according to the above given algorithm. In the first step, we will take 5 numbers. What are the 5 numbers? Assume that I am taking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have taken these 5 numbers. Then add all the 5 numbers. Then we have to add them in second step. 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5. Okay. 1 plus 2 3, 3 plus 3 6, 6 plus 4 10, 10 plus 5 15. Next one is divide the sum by 5. Now if we have to find the average of 5 numbers, so what we have to do? We have to divide this answer with 5, because we have 5 numbers now, 1 2 3 4 5. So for finding average, the numbers, how much numbers are given, we have to divide the sum of those numbers with the numbers given. So 15 is my sum divided by 1 2 3 4 5. So 15 divided by 5 is 3, and now my result is 3. This is my algorithm. This is the algorithm step by step process, and this is, I show you what will be my solution if I go through this algorithm. Okay, now we have to make a flow chart based upon this. So for flow chart, we have to start. Which is the symbol to start and end up? Oval shape. Input all the 5 numbers. So for input and output we use parallelogram. Input all 5 numbers. Then now our number will be add here, all the numbers will be add here, just like this. So this box is our processing box. So we are going to use here rectangle shape. Add all the 5 numbers. Processing is done. Now we have to show our output. But before showing the output, one thing has remained here. We have to again doing a processing, or we have to do division here. So one time again we have to do processing. We have to divide the answer by 5. So divide the sum by 5. Now this is the final answer. So we have to mention our output in parallelogram or input output box. So I will write output, the result, and after the output my task is completed. So what I will do? I will end the flow chart. Now by using all those numbers, I will make this flow chart for you, how it will work. First of all, I have started my program, start. Then I have taken these 5 numbers, 1 2 3 4 5 here also. So I am going to take all these 5 numbers, and it is saying that input all 5 numbers. So I will make a parallelogram and I will input 1 2 3 4 5. These are my numbers. Then what we have to do? Add all the 5 numbers. So this will be done in processing box or rectangle. So on adding these numbers, 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5, my answer is my answer is 15. And now another processing box is there. Divide the sum by 5. So my sum is 15 and I have to divide it by how much number I have given? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is 5 and my answer is 3. So in output box I will get 3 in a parallelogram box or output box. This is my result and here my program will, and this is how flowchart will work for me and how algorithm work for me. Very easy na? You can do this with yourself. There is a 2 or 3 examples given into your book. So try them how to do that. This is very easy method. You can make it by yourself also. For example, I give you a question that you have to add 19, 13 and 12 and you have to find their average. So what you will do? You will add them and what will be your answer? You have to divide it by 1, 2, 3. That will be the average. For example, 19, 13 and 12. 9 plus 3, 12 plus 2, 14. 1, 2, 3, 4. 44 by 3. So for finding average, this is the sum, and for finding average you have to divide it by 3. That will be your answer. So in such manner you can make algorithm of this also and you can make flowchart of this question also. There is a lot of examples. I am surely going to give you this as your holiday homework so that you can practice it at your home and it is good for you. Now let's move to another example given into your book. Add and find the average of 5 numbers. You are given 5 numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You have to add them and find their average. So let's do this also. You are given 3, 6, 9, 12 and 15. First of all you have to add them and then you have to find the average. So in step 1 I am going to write its algorithm. So read the numbers one by one. Here we are not given any numbers. We have taken number by ourselves. That is why we have written take 5 numbers. But here we are already given the values. So we will write read the numbers one by one. So read the numbers. What are the numbers? You can write it in easy step as easy as possible. So I am taking it as n, n1, n2, n3, n4, n5. Okay. So if it will read, then my number 1 will be 3, number 2 will be 6, number 3 will be 9, number 4 will be 12 and number 5 will be 15. Okay. And in step 2 what I have to do? We have added the numbers. So add the 5 numbers. So how will we add them? We have to do it sum. Sum is equals to n1 plus n2 plus n3 plus n4 plus n5. Now we have to write down the values in place of n1, n2, n3, n4 and n5. So in place of n1 we will write 3, in place of n2 we will write 6, n3 is our 9, n4 is 12 and n5 is 15, and their sum is 45. This is the sum. Now what we have to do? Now we have to find the average. So we have to divide it by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The numbers given. Divide the sum by 5. The sum by 5. So for average, we will divide our sum by 5. So our sum is 45 and we will divide it by 5. So 5 9 ja 45. This is our answer. So in the fourth step, we will print our answer. So print the, what is this? This is average. 9 is average. So print the average. Very easy. You have to, you know how to solve them. You have to just make steps of it, whatever you have done. This is algorithm. Now for the flow chart, what we will do? For flow chart, we will start it with a oval shape, and we have to input the numbers one by one like this. N1, N2, N3, N4, and which is our N1, N2, N3, N4? 3, 6, 9, 12 and 15 according to this. Now what is the next step given to us? We have given 2 processing box. In first we have to add all the 5 numbers. So this is rectangle, our processing box, and we have to all the 5 numbers: 3 plus 6 plus 9 plus 12 plus 15. Okay, and our answer is 45. So 45. We have our next processing box, which is divide the sum by 5. So what is my sum? 45 is my sum, and we have to divide it by 5. Next one is again output box. What do we get if we divide 45 by 5? We will get 9, and that is the average. Print the average. So here it will end. This is the correct method of flowchart, and this is I am showing you how it will work. Do not write it like this. You have to write it like this, in a sequence, in a manner. I am just showing you how your algorithm is working and how your flowchart is working. So don't imitate them. Write it from your book. These are the steps. You should know actually how to make. Okay, and I think this is clear to you. This is very easy. Now we have other topic of making a telephone call, and we are going to do it tomorrow. Till then, revise these algorithms, flowchart, and I will give you one question to do. So keep practicing. Take care. Bye.